Listen.
Yeah! Yes, dog! Oh. Get that out of there! Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It's your boy, Matty-Rants, and I'm back here with another episode of Rupaul's Drag Race UK edition, season 1. And this is, what is this, episode 5. Girl groups. Apologize in advance for any background noise you may hear. It's Halloween, so everybody apparently took the day off, especially the gays, and they're getting themselves ready for West Hollywood. So we're going to try to get through this the best that we can and go over the entire episode for you. So let's begin with what took place on this week's episode of Downton Abbey. No, on this week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. Once the queens realize that something is Wong because something Wong is gone, they have a good little moment to say, you know, how much they missed her and loved her. Crystal felt that she was the heart of this season. I'm done, and decides to wipe her message off the mirror and continue on. Cheryl brings up a great point when she sits on the couch with the ladies and asks, was it really necessary for a double win? And for everybody watching this video, tell me in the comment section, do you think they deserved a double win? Or was the Vivian a little bit better than Baga? Or was Baga a little bit better than Vivian? Blue, of course, chimes in and co-signs with Cheryl, and I see where Cheryl and Blue are now. The underdogs are feeling a little like, no ma'am, no Pam, no green eggs and ham. You girls ain't gonna do this. You ain't gonna do all that. Bring up Davina's point of her not being able to speak or feeling like the room is just a little cramped when it comes to personalities and opinions. AKA, someone's always over-talking me. Who could that be? Well, she points to Baga, Chips, and the Vivian, who are like, really? What's going on here? And it's funny for those two, because really, those two are very confident, and I live for it, but they're also on the defense now, because every time something's being brought up in a workroom situation, it is now about Baga, Chips, and the Vivian. It used to be about the other girls not really doing things, or you could improve this girl, or you could do all this, that, and the other. Now it's about, okay, y'all have gotten too many awards. You've been rewarded too many times. We need to figure out what's going on here. A little Orange Cheetos Snatch Game tease there. The rest of the queens are definitely ready to knock the Vivian and Bag of Chips down a peg or two. Now, we find that Michelle Visage and Graham Norton will be our regular judges tonight, but we have a special guest, and I know a lot of you are super, ooper, gooper happy about this. Jade Thirwall from Little Mix is a guest judge. Yay! Someone from a girl group that has not broken up just yet. Just yet. The queens return back into the workroom, and Cheryl Hole lets us know that she is ready to be mediocre again. The Vivian and Bag of Chips are rubbing the Rupita badges in everyone's faces. My chest titties are hanging low. My shoulder is a little bit heavy, darling. I can put another one on the side and it'll even it out. The rest of the queens want to even them out. RuPaul's talking head shows up on the screen and lets the girls know vaguely what they're going to be getting into. And then she comes into the room with her hello, hello, hello. RuPaul introduces the reading challenge. I don't know why I assumed we weren't getting a reading challenge for the first season of Drag Race UK. I must be crazy, but honey, we got a reading challenge. Everyone did a decent job. Everyone did a decent job. We could go through the jokes here and there. Honestly, I think Baga and the Vivian don't like Cheryl, because why was it every time they talked about Cheryl, Cheryl had like 4 different adjectives to go along with her being a slut. Blue was kind of funny, but she messed up her prop, but it still was hilarious, even with the prop messing up. Bag, I got one makeup tip for you, a bag over your face. Hilarious. Crystal talked a lot about poop. She did. Davina had a good joke, and then she had a statement, and there you go. So it was a nice little run for the reading challenge for the UK queens. RuPaul names Crystal as the winner. Crystal Light is the winner of this reading challenge. Do you agree with this? I personally thought it was going to be given to the Vivian. And not because I'm a fan of the Vivs, and I know some of y'all are probably thinking that like, Manny, and I'm like, yeah. It's because I laughed at her jokes. Hell, I laughed at Baga's jokes too. Blue had better jokes, in my opinion. She talked about poop. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's not funny. Ru then lets them know that they have their main maxi challenge being in girl groups. They're forming 2 teams of 3. Crystal, since she won the mini challenge, has the choice of choosing who she wants on her team. She chooses the Vivian and Cheryl Hole. Is she not aware of the tension in the room? Oh, Canada. Which leaves Bag of Chips, Davina DeCampo, and Blue Hydrangea to be on the second team. Now, these teams have to perform the same song. Break Up, Bye Bye. Bye Bye's in parentheses. RuPaul wanted us to know that. MNEK is going to be assisting them with producing the song, like helping them with their vocals and arranging the song. He is a gay legend, darling. If you don't know who he is, look him up. Great music, great individual, and we all need to support each other. I see you, brother, out there doing your thing. Come on, MNEK. Let's talk about the girl group recordings and the choreography that took place. MNEK is hilarious. Let's just get this out the way without even trying to be. Like, he's helping them with their vocals and putting the songs together and arranging everything. But there were certain people who got up there, and Crystal in particular, and started to sing. And MNEK's face was like, let's try rapping. let's try something else, because that's not gonna do. We're getting together their performances. Everyone did a pretty good job for the most part, except for who I just mentioned. Everybody else had a little moment here and there. Viv had a little slip up. She was good with her lines, but the chorus was like, we'll work on that. We'll get the Vivian to learn how to spell break. I think I'm falling in love with Cheryl Hole this episode. Yes, I said it. I'm falling in love with Cheryl Hole this episode. Everyone gets one. Everyone gets an episode where I fall in love with them. If they stay long enough. Yeah, Cheryl Hole's really doing it for me, because Cheryl is being not only professional, but it's something that she's excited for. And I see that with Cheryl. Whenever she's excited for something, and it's something that she knows she's good at, she will do not only 100% well, 200% the job that's needed. I even enjoyed her choreography. I was like, oh, here we go. Put it together. There it is. There it is. But I'm having more fun with Baga, Davina, and Blue's team. It's nice to see Baga not as the chatty Cathy like we've been told and have seen from previous episodes, but seem to be working really well together. And Davina is definitely a natural born leader. Also, get into Davina in those whistle tones, sister, whistle tones. I was here for the Mariah Carey of it all. And Blue was doing a good job too. I enjoyed her lines, and she got a little nasty with the strong part, but it is what it is. I think she was still channeling her Mary Berry. Ooh. Also, before I forget, let's give some love to the names of these groups. Group 1, which is the Vivian, Crystal, and Cheryl, is Fifth Harmony. It's a play on Fifth Harmony, everybody. We know. And Baga Blue and Davina's team. Lord, this reference I knew immediately. Frock. Hear me say this, YouTube, because you know you like to do stuff without even checking. Frock, F-R-O-C-K, Destroyers. And y'all know exactly who that's a play on. Ooh, I'm not going to do too much because I don't want to be dinged, but you already know what I'm talking about with the nasty of the nasties, with all the nasty and doing the nasty. But it's so funny how nasty of their nastiness. Just nasty. I enjoyed the arrangement of the song. I enjoyed the girls doing the choreography, and I enjoyed everyone's energy with their rehearsals, with the exception of Crystal wanting things to be slowed down a little bit, and Cheryl being like, but sis, this is already simple. Honestly, I was in my room doing the choreography that Cheryl was doing, the step up and on the 3, 4, 5, boom. Like, it's not that bad. But then again, I'm a dancer. Some people aren't dancers. We saw that from Crystal something, Vinegar, Scaredy, Gothy. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen they're not dancers, so this is a little difficult. But we'll see how they handle this at the final. As a matter of fact, let's stop with the rehearsals. Let's get to the show. Actually, before we get to the main challenge, why are there work tables set across from each other after the rehearsals? Here's the music. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah, wah. Faces. How'd the singing go, girl? Oh, it went really great. How did Joe's acting go? Oh, it went fine, love. It went fine. Like, it's... Oh, I gotta love this show. There was a very touching moment with Davina as far as everything that they're doing is right, everything that you're doing is wrong. You live your life believing everything you're doing is wrong because you've been fed this so many times in your life, compared to the others that you see around you who are being constantly praised for the mediocrity. Excuse me for that little light shade. I think that was towards my brother. I think that was a dart towards him. All right, now that we've gotten to the actual performances, let's start with Filth Harmony. Look, outfits first? Cool, okay. Cheryl's in all white. Viv's in black and has a pink wig. Crystal, these red boots. I'm not understanding. Who is this? It's three different singers from three different groups coming together to do a tribute to somebody else. Very much that. Vivian walks out and doesn't know her own tucking words. I saw that mess up, sister. You know I love you, but you caught yourself back up, but you lost it again later on in the song when you forgot the rest of the song. And you also forgot half the choreography. How? Cheryl, was it really that easy, love? Cheryl, you'll be last because you're easiest to do because you actually did a very good job. Dear Crystal, Cheryl did a really great job. I was very much here for Cheryl's on-point choreography. The makeup was terrible and the lighting, but she did a very good job with her choreography because that's what we expected from Cheryl. Her lines too, I guess her song, her little bit part of the song was good as well. I was here for Cheryl Hole this episode. Maybe it was made for her to do well. I like this, but wait, let's just get to the song real quick.
It looks like three individuals.
The song itself is nice. This is a nice song. It's very pop R&B group tease? I don't know.
Crystal's lyrics.
Oh, Crystal's lyrics were close to Roxy Andrews' lyrics, except they weren't as iconic as Roxy Andrews. I'm Roxy Andrews. I'm here to make it clear I can't rap, baby. That's why I didn't win Miss Continental this year. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm kidding. Roxy, I saw the whole video. Don't get me, girl. Yeah, I just didn't want as much Crystal Light as everybody else did at this picnic. So it just was three different individuals performing on stage at the same time to choreography that they all learned together, except one person had better choreography, one person had better lines in the chorus, and the other was bang the crap. Now the Frock Destroyers break up. Bye-bye. Stop throwing your leg up like that. Y'all don't know how to dance. Stop. Please stop. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's that little leg up. Hey. Not a single soul on this stage did that correctly. And that's okay because you got on these, padding. You got on heels and things of that nature that are constricting and bullying it. I hear you. No more. Leave that to the strippers and people like me. Yeah, leave that to the strippers and me. Bye-bye. Yes. That's my only bad critique, next to Bagga not knowing half the choreography or being a little lazy in the back. I saw you slide back there with your hand like this. Come up, turn, dip. Like this was your dip, girl. And then he went.
She did the Michael twerk.
I said, and she's straightening herself up in a chair. Let's talk about the positive. It was a great group. Everyone brought something to the table. People were all of them lacked in one thing that was important. I think Blue looked more like the Frock Destroyer that she was trying to be. She gave me Aquaria to use, except with a bad breastplate. But I was still very much here for Blue's performance. She was very amped up. I felt the energy from it. Davina DeCampo's talented. Period. I'm good for a split. We've seen this, so I'm always recognizing a good nasty front split. She Mariah carried half the song. I can't even do it. There you go. That's me. Hey, put me on the record. But she was doing all that. Ow, 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 ow. I was here for it. Davina DeCampo. Yay! And also, thank you for having that selfie light with you when we took our picture at DragCon. She was necessary. She actually took my phone and she said, no, love, let me help you out because I'm not tall enough. She's like, I'm just going to hold it up for you, babe, right here. Okay, it was great. Lovely, lovely lady. But Bag and Chip stole the show for me with her non-choreography having self. She was the funniest. I was paying so much attention to Bag and Chips. Say what they want about the Bag and the Vivian. Those two know how to pull a camera, girl. I'm telling you. And I was very, very here for Bagga's performance. The groups both did decent work, but we all know that the Frock Destroyers We all know the frock destroyed the filth that was harmony. Okay? That's what happened. Those are things that occurred today. Rupaul came out giving us her 90s talk show tease. I was getting that very much from the wig and the dress. And once again, thank you, Rupaul, for giving us a short dress number. Very much here for it. This week, I was pleased. Also, Michelle looked great, Graham looked great, and Jade looked stunning. Runway, time for the runway. Runway, time for the runway. Now, the runway challenge is day at the races. This is a look that somebody would give if they were somebody of influence at the function, honey, or betting their bets down on the race. First is the Vivian. This is very classic chic, very, very that. I enjoy the color. I live for the fact that she has the binoculars so she can see all the way up from the press box that she's looking out from. I enjoy this look very much. Very puss-puss. Very puss-puss. Cheryl Hole is giving me Alyssa Edwards tease. I'm not even mad about it. It's very that. It's also giving me the challenge too. Very good with the head fascinator. This ruffled purple with another color. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? It's like maybe it's maybe a different purple or a shade of red that's blending in really well with that purple when she moves. Could be the cameras. But I like this look from Cheryl. It's very on theme. It's very brand. And I enjoy her makeup this week. Crystal, once again, she brings it to the runway. I got a little Lee Bowery tease from this, but not everything that's considered this kind of look is Lee Bowery, so you may take it to a different level as far as the artiste or the designer that would have came up with this garment to then look like this. But to me, it's pretty, and it was also powerful in the same statement. Does that make sense? Like the floral print on it, or the wallpaper print, as I like to say, while it could be disgusting, I thought it went really well with this outfit with the bows on the side too. I was not mad at this look at all. And Crystal has brought it to the runway. Runway. Crystal, bring it to the runway, please. I'm here for it, Crystal. This is a nice, very nice look. Always something from the Crystal. Bag of chips. This is probably like my favorite look from her this season. I live for all those flowers, for this headpiece that she's giving. I love the look itself. She's not giving me young queen. There's no shade to Baga. It's very much a woman of her time, but also of influence. And I'm getting a lot of that. And it's so, I love how she does this walk where it's like this, hello, I'm bag of chips. Very, very that. She's so infectious. I love it. I don't care. Everything else about it was great. It was awesome. I loved it. It was beautiful. Lovely, lovely doll. It was lovely. And it seemed more on theme this week, as last week you were a scuba diver for the Born Challenge for a weird science runway. So I'm very proud of you, bag of chips. Very proud. Blue hydrangea. This is the first look I did not like. It's cool. It's cool. It's just, it's all right. It's all right. Like, okay, the pants are nice. It's that one color note. Okay, great. But then with the makeup and how exaggerated, but yet still very polished it is, with this giant pompadour horse head piece with the wig that was tufting underneath. No, ma'am. That threw me all the way to the left, and I totally get it. Horse races, very all of it. Okay, well, I got it. The stallion tease. For it, I didn't like it. It's not my bag of tea. I wouldn't give this a high mark in a ball. I wouldn't. I'd be like, it wouldn't be a chop. I'd be like, flat. I don't know if I want to lift it up. Do I chop her? Do I give her a 10? It's not a 10. It's okay. It's okay. It's just not good for me, personally. It's all right. Davina DeCampo, once again, has shown us a stellar look. I like this. I love it with all the peplums on the outside of the pants as they move while she's walking. I enjoyed the heel boot that went with that, the high pony. She's giving you a jockey tease, riding all the way to first place. I love this Davina. It's a very nice look. Now, makeup was bothering me with the lighting. I'm assuming it's the lighting. We're going to say that. So it's not just, you did a terrible job. It's just, it looked very, oh my God, like very that. For just a second, when your face hit, I don't know what light it was a homophobic light, but it was like, not for you, baby, not for you. You're going to look like a monster. And it did for a second. Now, when you turned around again, I was like, oh, there it goes. It's blended back in. But it may be how light you painted your face at one point that made it look like it was like a scary clown versus what you were giving. But I thought this was a top-notch look. I thought it was stellar. Very great. Just that one little moment where I was like, oh my God. It bothered me just a little bit. So for the little bit of untucked that we do have in the middle of the episodes, the queens return back and we see a much more human side to the Vivian. I don't like seeing Viv cry, and I got upset. I got upset. I was like, wait, Viv, it's okay. It's okay. I just wanted to give her that. And then we get to Crystal. I was very excited not to see Crystal cry, but it's when you see another side of someone you haven't seen just yet on the show that you know they have inside of them, and they give you that feeling that, okay, they can break. That's not what we want you to do, but we know you're human. I was ready for that moment until Cheryl hauled her way into the conversation and made it about her love for girl groups and herself. Cheryl Hall, stop. I was this close. I'm still with you, babes. I'm still with you, but Lord, girl. You're excited. You had a good week. I feel it, but shite. Let it go. Let them be and let them have their emotional moment, because you had yours plenty and plenty of time. So Davina, after Cheryl had her speech, Crystal, back to you. What was it that you were trying to say? Thank you, Davina. Bring it back. And Crystal gave a little bit of herself as well. Again, these are important moments that we need to have with these queens, because we do see them with the edit, and what they give sometimes can be played in one note. And when you don't get a chance to have every episode to evolve and to grow, you become that note. And then we as fans treat you only one kind of way. And we're not supposed to be those people. We're not supposed to be, but we decide to do that because we can be little monsters. You have to give everybody more than what you are given sometimes. You have to give everybody more than what you are given sometimes, because not everyone can throw everything at you and say, this is me. Some people have to give you pieces of themselves before they can feel comfortable to be themselves. It's important, okay? This is why you just can't just judge everybody off of everything. And I read these girls and I talk about their looks and do all this and that and the other, but I don't hate any of them. I don't wish any ill towards any of them. I promise this. And I don't want others to take the things that I'm saying so literal that they just can't enjoy the show. Or better yet, when you watch it and someone reads the person that you like, why do you need to go into their inbox and gather them, sister? You don't have to do all that. Just don't support them by not following them or watching, and move about your life. It's very easy. It's simple instructions. Well, loves. No, I'm not going to do Rupaul.
You gotta put that in there. Hey, babes. You okay, babes?
You okay, babes? This is Rupaul doing a Rupaul accent and doing British accent with my Rupaul. Michelle, you want to try? Yes, I do. There we go. So basically, they got Rupita badges in a box backstage, because the winner of this week's challenge was the group 3. Blue got a badge. Hey, Blue, you got a badge. Now your shoulder can be heavy. Davina, you get an extra badge now that your shoulders will actually match together, girl. And Baga, Miss Chips ahoy, you got 3. Congratulations to you, Miss Thing, who can't even follow a runway challenge. You got 3 badges, sister. You're funny, but you have been off a little bit on your runways. This last runway was nice, though. Very Scooby-Doo meets Austin Powers meets yes, and I was all here for it. That leaves Cheryl Hole, the Vivian, and Crystal as your bottom 3. Now, we know Cheryl's a safe bottom. That leaves the Vivian for the first time ever in the bottom, and Crystal for her second time lip-syncing to Little Mix's Power. We all know that song. Willem in Alaska were in the video. This was the best lip sync of the season so far for many reasons, and I, for the first time, was not pressed by the performances going on. Yeah, Crystal was a little wonky too, you know, bend a man, you know, very that, extra sketchy, draw it, you shake it, it's still wrong, do it again. Very much. But the Vivian, you are going to get coots from me this week, Miss Thing. While you could have done some different things, that dress wouldn't have permitted it. While I could blame you for not doing a little more of a hip-hop step and this and that, wouldn't have permitted you. What I'm going to say that is a positive about the lip-syncing this week is that I felt the passion from both of them, but I really felt it from Viv. Viv was doing a better lip-sync than she did for this challenge, okay? for words she wrote. She was doing a better lip sync to Power Girl than her own song. The bye-bye part. You know, that song we just heard. The buttonhole bye-bye. Anywho, Vivian was tearing it up. And Vivian won that lip sync hands down. And I was very much here for it. And Crystal, while your time, I won't say was short because you made it to the top 6, which is always a good number to be at in drag race culture for those of you who are familiar. Top 6 is a good number. You want that 4 though, but top 6 is good. Hell, being on the show is great. But for Crystal left her mark on the runway for me. Every time she stepped out on that runway, with the exception of last week, because I thought that was like, okay, but it was still amazing what she was doing with the and all that type of stuff. Crystal really sold the runway for me this season. And I got to give her all the credit in the world for that. Please continue to create. Please continue to do drag. Don't let this fall, or I guess not winning the crown for season 1, affect you. Hey, if they get an All-Stars in the UK, Crystal needs to return. We now have a top 5 and everybody has a badge except for Cheryl. And that may change. We don't know. Y'all, listen, we got a great season ahead of us. We have a couple more episodes left. I am thoroughly entertained right now. Tell me what you thought of this week's episode with the girl groups. Were you happy to see, were you happy with the win? Were you happy with the lip sync? What about this episode was great to you? Tell me in the comment section. Thanks for tuning in. It's your boy, Matty-Rants. Don't forget, all my social media links are downstairs. I may have a special photo shoot. Pictures coming soon. I did a photo shoot recently. I can't wait to share that with you. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, those links are downstairs as well. That's paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, and Venmo Matty-Rants. You know, every single dollar helps your boy out, especially with this LA life and living style, okay? I literally don't even eat out anymore. It's straight up Ralph's, and since that's the closest spot, I have to go to, Big Lots sometimes, Save. What's the Save one? It's like the Save thing I always go to. They have some really good deals. And Food for Less when I can get over there. But hey, we do what we do to make everything happen. And I'm trying my best. I know American Horror Story I really let y'all down on, but honestly, this season went so far left for me. I don't even like it anymore. I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to watch it. I started watching the newest one. I was just like, crap. This is crap. And then with Dragula, I actually recorded that. That's going to be posted later on this week as well. My apologies for how long this has taken. So much going on right now for me. With that being said, I'll see you next week for more videos. Hugs and kisses. My best love and wishes to you. It's your boy, Matty-Rants. I will talk to you later. Bye, everybody.